Soda Squad, back with another video. I seen that was going down. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button for me, please. If you haven't checked out that last video I posted, please go check it out. Opening ceremony, Olympics is crazy. Go check it out. Come back to this video if you haven't checked it out. But I gotta see what Jessica Tarlov is talking about this time. Let's get in the video.
And that people would have liked to have seen it, but the truth of the matter is we don't have much time, and this was Joe Biden's decision. And the delegates, a lot of them have spoken out about this. They voted for, or they're representing Joe Biden's wishes, and he is part of the Biden-Harris administration. And in that sense, it makes sense that this was her nomination. So we have 3.5 weeks until the DNC. We have...
Y'all want to know something that I noticed when Jessica Tarlov speaks? What I notice is, you know how somebody always has a point? No matter what, you know, she don't belong there. She don't belong sitting in that seat. Let me tell you why. When everybody else speaks, everybody else agrees. They clap for each other, you know, acknowledge one another. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You know, you hear that. You know, you hear that in the background, you know, and you give people that respect. You know, you definitely give people that respect, you know, to talk, you know, and stuff like that. But then when Jessica speaks, it's like they let her speak because they don't agree with her. And it just doesn't. I feel like they two in their head. They in their head like, what is this woman? Is she okay? You know what I mean? Because just listen to her.
And in that sense, it makes sense that this was her nomination. So
it's quiet.
We have 3.5 weeks until the DNC. We have 102 days until the election. I'm fine with this. She represents a lot of where the party is, and not the Kamala Harris of 2020, but the Kamala Harris of today. And that is
what is so different. You the same. Look at everybody. Look at her face. She like, huh? Look at her. She looking down like, I got something to say. You know what I mean? Look at him. He looking over to the production like, she okay, y'all? I'm just saying, like. And y'all know Greg. He just sitting here. He's sitting here writing down. He probably scribbling. He probably scribbling. That's all he doing. He's scribbling. Probably doing a crossword puzzle or something. Whatever you call them things, because she's talking right now. He not paying attention to her. He just doing something to keep his mind focused on not Jessica Tarlov speaking. Because I literally, how are you comfortable? And she talking about we got, 102 days? 101 days? And she's comfortable. She's saying this is not the same Kamala Harris from 2020. Because it's 2024. You think it's any different? Have you not seen the like, she ain't said nothing about the border. It's the same thing you're going to feed us. All she's doing now is bringing color into things. That's all she's doing. That's all what's changed. Everything gonna stay. Everything is what she got, you know, and what they about. That's gonna stay the same. What she's changed is, you know, and it's been, you know, that color, but she's really gassing it. She's really gassing it. She had Beyonce do her little singing for a little ad. She got The View going crazy about her. Like, be for real, y'all.
Represents a lot of where the party is, and not the Kamala Harris of 2020, but the Kamala Harris of today. And that is the maneuver that she's going to have to make. And I think that she has a lot to say. I mean, if you watch the whole video, for instance, when she was talking about defunding the police, the point she was making is really salient. She was talking about what a safe neighborhood looks like. And it's not crawling with cops, right? It has great schools. It has...
Where? Jessica, it's literally people like, Jessica, let me tell you something. This is something that she ain't got to worry about. So don't sit there and talk about no neighborhoods. You ain't got to worry about that. And I'm blessed enough that my kids ain't got to worry about that right now. You know? They ain't got to. I literally work my butt off so my kids, you know, don't have to be, you know, around, you know, bad neighborhoods and neighborhoods. You know, I strive to do that. Definitely more, but I strive to do that. You don't have, like, I don't even think she probably ain't even never had to grow up in nothing like that. You know, the way that I didn't have to see, you know, family members, myself growing up in different neighborhoods that I didn't really want to be around, and be around kids that I really didn't want, you know, influence. But Kamala, they sit there and they try to make and sit there and talk this party like they oh yeah, you're going to defund the police. I'll show you what a safe neighborhood is. It's not a lot of safe neighborhoods. Like I don't know I'm just confused
about what a safe neighborhood looks like. And it's not crawling with cops, right? It has great schools. It has thriving small businesses. It has really high home ownership, which has been a priority of the Biden-Harris administration to make sure that people can get.
But what is it when the Biden-Harris administration say they're going to fix these neighborhoods that is bad? You know, the neighborhoods that are bad. You know, the neighborhoods that literally are so messed up. You know, that I don't understand this, y'all. People are so brainwashed that they literally sit here and vote for a person that don't care about you. They make it look good. Y'all see that ad, you know, you have workers, and y'all see it. Y'all see the video I posted yesterday or the day before. And she's literally posting things and having ads about Kohler, you know, about great neighborhoods, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this for your neighborhood, and we're going to do. They don't. But people yet still go and vote for her. Vote for
property ladder.
Democrat. Like, I don't understand that.
I mean, the proof is in the pudding, as it were, of what the Biden-Harris administration did it. The most delicious flavor of it at all. You know, they have invested more in law enforcement than any other administration in history. Donald Trump actually proposed a 58% cut to the community policing program. They put 3,700 police officers on the street through that program. Another 100,000 that came in through the Safer America plan. The American Rescue Plan had $15 billion in it for crime and policing to make sure that we have safer communities. It's a strong record to run on. The border right now, we were talking about this. Jennifer Griffin was tweeting about the two Sinaloa cartel bosses that were apprehended. She said that it was like catching bin Laden when it comes to the war against fentanyl. That happened under the Biden-Harris administration. Encounters at the border are down 55% since the executive order.
So you think that just because y'all they caught, what is it, two people, two what is it, DLs that. Let me make sure I'm hearing this right.
To make sure that we have safer communities. It's a strong record to run on. The border right now, we were talking about this. Jennifer Griffin was tweeting about the two Sinaloa cartel bosses that were apprehended. She said that it was like catching bin Laden when it comes to the war against fentanyl. That happened under the Biden-Harris administration.
You know what else happened with the Biden-Harris administration? You have criminals, you have people that, you know, the R word, that do the, you know, we don't know, like you literally having people cross, and you want to bring up all because you caught two cartel bosses. Like, be for real, Jessica. You think like this the type of stuff right here. This the type of stuff right here that Democrats do. My dad, he's one of them, and he'll say some stuff like that. He'll say some stuff like this. I don't care what nobody say. He can watch this and hear when I say it. He'll say some stuff like this, and he'll be like, yeah, just what she said. Yeah, this is up under the Biden-Harris administration, and and it's like, dang, bro, are you serious? Are you serious? Just because that happened, everything else is just supposed to. Everything is okay now? No, it's not. Like, man, listen. If that border was closed, secure, like it needed to be, we wouldn't even be talking about this right now. We wouldn't even be having this issue.
Encounters at the border are down 55% since the executive order. These are all things out
of hitting numbers that had wildly spiked after the Trump administration, not back down to those numbers.
I understand that, and you obviously have to acknowledge that there were huge spikes, but it doesn't mean that she's the same person that you saw in 2020. She oversaw the implementation of the policies that have led to all of these good results.
Okay, so
she is the same person we seen. Check out the video I put out yesterday. Look what she doing. Look what she doing. She the same person.
She owns this, then, all of the policies of this administration. Do you worry, Greg, that there's always that honeymoon period? We keep talking about this. It shows up for any candidate, D or R, when they're new to the race. Because it's so close to the election, do you feel there will be a full vetting of her actual record?
Well, the media always follows this predictable pattern. And I don't think the American people are going to fall for this. We're in this period of Kamala denialism, right? It's like the world is in a serious place. America's in a serious place. We have malaise. We have unrest. We have kind of a lack of adult supervision. Like, who's in charge? So they need to portray her as the serious person who could handle this. But you can't do that if the person was for defunding the police, if the person was for open borders, if the person likes to take credit for the Afghanistan withdrawal, how soon are they going to rewrite that one? There's so many things that she says that contributes to her kind of unserious persona that they need to erase this stuff. And they're doing it right in front of us. You know, I talked about this before. The definition of arrogant stupidity is when you try to gaslight a bunch of people. It's like, you know, it's like those hypnotists who try to hypnotize everybody, and everybody's there going, this is BS. You can gaslight one person alone. I can say to Kennedy, wear your glasses, and you're saying they're on your face, and I'll say, wear your glasses. I can get you to think maybe you're crazy, but you can't do that to millions of people. And you can't do that when there's so much evidence out there. It is amazing to me that the media will continue to do this. And I go back to the fact that everybody should remember what Twitter was like when it was still owned by the old crew. If it was owned by those pre-Musk people, you wouldn't see the pushback over police defunding, the border czar, bailing out felons. None of that, all that stuff would be suppressed like Hunter's laptop story. It would be buried like Jimmy Hoffa. But now it's like Twitter or X has turned everybody into their own debunkers. And so I wonder how the legacy media can still maintain this gaslighting role if the public can so quickly and easily call them out on it. And it's because they just assume their allies are there for them and they can continue doing this. I mean, it is comedy to watch them do this, and they're still doing it. But I think to back to your point about the honeymoon's among the media. Mm-hmm. Right. It's not, there's no honeymoon for people who are going to the grocery store and seeing the prices or dealing with crime in their cities or their lack of police.
And the other thing that gets caught.
Exactly. Stand on that, Greg. Stand on it. I bet that shit, Jessica. That right there, like, being for real, those are issues that need to be done, and she has nothing to say. All this is true. I feel like it's more so of hearing the truth and being truthful to yourself, and not sitting there and feeding lies to people. You know, and I feel like that right there of what Jessica, you know, is talking about. She for us. When I see people commenting different stuff, you know, we tend to think alike. When I see all comments and stuff like that, I be like, dang, I was thinking that too. She belongs on The View. Real talk.
Served by the media is the fact that not only
she would actually be a star on The View. We had Joy, Whoopi. She'll be a star on there.
Kamala Harris, the most radically left-wing politician who's ever run for president. But she's running against the least ideological, least partisan, most common sense sort of practical politician that we've ever had in my life.
You're like the only person that thinks that about
no.
That's cap. I think like that.
If you look at the issues,
that he's the most common sense
Oh,
person.
yeah, absolutely. You look at the border, you look at all of those.
He got more common sense to Kamala and Joe Biden put together. I mean, that's the whole administration. She said you're the only person to think that. Jessica is so hurt, y'all.
You look at the issue of abortion that has gotten him into trouble.
Okay.
All of those things.
He said, it's up to the states. I did this. There are
American
6-week abortion bans,
even
in his own state.
Yeah, but remember, there are also...
He's not in trouble with Democrats. He's in trouble with...
See what I'm talking about? They all hopping on Jessica now. She said something. Shouldn't have said that, Jessica.
There are 6-week abortion bans, even in his own state.
Yeah, but remember, there are also...
He's not in trouble with Democrats. He's in trouble with evangelical Republicans, but he's still standing for a more practical stance.
There are also states, as our democracies, our laboratory of democracies. There are also states that go through the due date.
And JD Vance doesn't want you to even be able to go to another
I don't understand why.
Here she goes. See, she's one of those. She's one of those people. That. She's definitely one of those people, and I have family members like that. When they get mad because you say a fact and say what's going on, so they try to throw somebody else up under the bus that got something to do with them. So she ready to. We talking about Trump and what he got going. She ready to talk about JD Vance now because she mad. This is insane, y'all.
And JD Vance doesn't want you to even be able to go to another
I don't understand
state
why sending abortion back to the states is somehow worse than having the Supreme Court or Roe v. Wade. You're getting it closer to the community. Isn't that what it's all about?
We got to go. We're going to take Family Feud into the commercial overtime.
Click here to subscribe.
That's crazy, y'all. Y'all let me know your comments and thoughts. I pretty much talked throughout the video. I apologize. She be getting me a little bit, you know, my temper. You know, I just, the way that Jessica talks and the way that she puts things and all it in one, when you get the whole package, it just throws you off and you got a lot to say. So I apologize. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.